Hello, my dears. Welcome to Walnut Stories, the home of amazing tales and legends. Let me ask you, have you ever played Truth or Dare games? I know you have. If you haven't, the games just haven't caught up in your area yet. But they will. Today's story is about a scary Truth or Dare game that went horribly wrong. Let's get into it. Truth or Dare games are popular among people of all ages, be it adults, teenagers, or children all over the world. These games are quite interesting and fun. Some of the dares, though, may be very uncomfortable. You may end up with egg on your face, or wish the ground will open up and swallow you whole, to save you from the embarrassing dares you may have to endure. For example, a Truth or Dare game forced me to go on a scary roller coaster ride. Before I recovered from that experience, I was convinced to go for skydiving. I still can't believe I survived both experiences. Can you imagine? My friends still wanted me to sign up for another dare. Help me understand why you'll agree to do some pretty nifty or weird stuff just to prove how brave you are. Not me in 1,000 years. I still don't understand how I signed up to those challenges. Was it peer pressure? Please share with me in the comment section any crazy things you've ever done on a Truth or Dare game. Let's see what happens in this story. One evening, 5 friends were walking home from school. Mary, Juliet, Selena, Ethan, and Liam were engaged in their usual stories mixed with adventure. Let's play Truth or Dare, Juliet suggested. Always the one with the most daring ideas. She never shied away from a challenge. Oh, not again, countered Ethan, who was walking beside her. He was the cautious one, always avoiding trouble. Remember the last time we played? Mary nearly drowned trying to swim across the river. He added, I'm not doing any crazy stuff this time, Mary said. We will keep it easy this time, Juliet reassured. Let's start with truths. Who's going first? Selena raised her hand. This is personal. I guess I've never told anyone. I'm scared of being alone in the dark, even in my room sometimes. I know it sounds silly, but it's true, Selena said. There was a brief pause as the others processed her confession. Selena had always been so confident. None of them had ever guessed she harbored such a fear. I'll go next, Mary said. I can relate to Selena's fear. I'm scared of not being good enough. I put a lot of pressure on myself to be perfect, but it's exhausting. The group nodded, understanding the weight of what Mary had said. They'll all known her to be a perfectionist. Her confession was so true. Truth, Ethan, Juliet declared, her eyes sparkling with mischief. What is your most intimate secret? Ethan hesitated. Okay, truth. I sometimes imagine myself soaring above the clouds, like a bird, free from all the rules and expectations. I'm terrified of failing in life. I've always felt that I have to be successful, or people will think that I'm a failure. But the truth is, sometimes I just want to run away. There was a quiet moment as Ethan's confession hung in the air. Ethan's father was a doctor, and his mother a lawyer, both quite successful at their professions. No one knew what to say. Many people are stifled by the pressures of expectations, not knowing what to do. If you are part of this group, how would you reassure Ethan? Please share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Back to our story. The game continued. Each revelation was more intimate than the last. Juliet pointed to Mary. Mary, I dare you to climb the tree ahead of us. No way! That's too embarrassing, Mary replied. I choose truth. She confessed to having a secret crush on the new boy at school. Liam was next. He revealed a hidden talent for playing the piano from when he was 5 years old. No, I knew that one. You told me before. That is not a secret, Mary declared. Liam had a way of hiding his true emotions, masking his thoughts behind a confident exterior. Okay, here's my most intimate truth. I've always felt that no one cares about me. I know I have friends, but sometimes I wonder if they'll even notice if I wasn't around anymore. The others exchanged looks, surprised by how vulnerable he felt. They had never realized how deep his fear ran. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that, Liam, Ethan said softly, giving Liam's hand a reassuring squeeze. Enough with the deep stuff. It's time for some fun. Who's ready for a dare? Liam cut off. I am, Juliet immediately replied, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Hit me with your best shot, she declared, a mischievous glint in her eyes. Juliet, I dare you to go to the cemetery and pick some flowers, Selina prompted. For most of us, when we lose our loved ones through death, we bury them at our homes. For those who live in towns, this is done at cemeteries, spaces dedicated as burial grounds. I've been to the cemetery before. It's no big deal, Juliet said confidently. She had been there a few months before to bury her grandmother. She didn't find the place scary at all. The others exchanged nervous looks. The local cemetery was said to be haunted. There were reports of restless spirits and ghostly sightings. Juliet had never been superstitious. She went quickly to the cemetery. She found a caretaker who tended to the ground sitting on a bench. He nodded at her as she approached. Juliet smiled politely, claiming she was visiting her grandmother's grave to pray. The caretaker seemed not to mind. The southern side of the cemetery was a sea of weathered tombstones. She made her way through the rows of gravestones, navigating the maze of graves, her footsteps echoing in the stillness. She was halfway to her grandmother's grave when she noticed a small patch of recently tended, colorful, vibrant, fresh flowers. She knelt and carefully plucked a bunch. She felt no sense of unease, no strange energy, nothing to suggest anything out of the ordinary. Grinning triumphantly, she stood ready to return and boast about how easy the dare had been. When she turned to leave, a strange sensation washed over her. The silence was profound, broken only by the distant hooting of an owl. She felt a prickle of unease, a sense of being watched. A chilling realization dawned upon her. Following closely behind her was a black, upright coffin, its polished wood gleaming under the fading light. It hovered in the air, as if suspended by an invisible force, moving steadily along with her, with a silent, unnerving grace. Juliet's blood ran cold. She could feel her legs tremble. She started to walk faster, then broke into a run, the coffin gliding silently behind her. Terror threatened to consume her. She stumbled and fell, gasping for breath. The coffin came to a halt a few feet away, its presence a chilling reminder of her audacity. She scrambled to her feet and ran, her heart pounding like a drum, her lungs burning. She didn't dare look back. Juliet wondered, was this a prank? Was someone playing a trick on her? The coffin was closer now. She could hear faint whispers coming from the coffin, calling out her name. Her heart pounded, her legs aching, the flowers still clutched in her trembling hands. She could not run anymore. She decided to maintain a brisk pace, willing the coffin to disappear. She arrived back at home, the coffin just a few steps behind her. When she opened the door, the coffin disappeared. She was so relieved. However, she still felt goosebumps, as if something unseen was still watching her. She went straight to her room and lay on her bed, paralyzed with fear. She dared not tell anyone at home. She fell into a nightmarish sleep. The following morning, she shared the encounter with her friends at school. The story spread, but her schoolmates did not believe her. That evening, her schoolmates visited the cemetery to disapprove of her claims. They plucked fresh flowers from graves. What a weird trend. True to her claim, coffins were seen floating as if by magic, either following the children or just hovering around. Fear prevailed in the town, with the chilling presence of the unseen. Juliet knew she had unleashed sinister forces that would haunt the town, a chilling reminder of the price of defying the unknown. Along with the other children, they had caused a bizarre problem. The people became scared, haunted by the coffins lurking around by day, and horrified at night by scary nightmares. What do you think happened next? Would you like to know how the story ends? Do you think the youth or even people have safe spaces to share challenging issues? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Did you like this story? Would you like part 2 of this story? Subscribe to my channel, smash the like button, and share with as many friends as you can. I would be so glad to hear your comments and suggestions. See you in the next one. Bye!